Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Real Sports Live. Had to go off the air there really quickly to make sure everything was good to go and titles were all set. But here we go. Let's reset. Let's go back to the starting lineups. We're going to start with the Wildcats batting first. Walker Yannick at center field. Batting second, Malachi Lott at center field. Walker Yannick, the catcher, batting third. Easton Dowell at third base. Batting fourth is going to be Robbie Spencer, the pitcher. Batting fifth is going to be Gage Gleinig at second base. Batting sixth is going to be Kobe Orell at first base. Batting seventh is going to be Daniel Gonzalez, the designated hitter. The shortstop is going to be number 11, Jackie King. Batting eighth is going to be Braden Talamantes at left field. And batting ninth is going to be Andrew Vais at right field for the Gregory-Portland Wildcats. And we're going to be looking over at the Corpus Christi Carroll Tigers. Batting first is going to be Gilbert Gonzalez, the center fielder. Batting second, Jeremiah Bush at second base. Batting third, Easton Hewitt at third base. Batting fourth, Diego Cardenas at first base. Batting fifth, Nick Matrides in right field. Batting next is going to be E.J. Cantu, the DH, and the pitcher is going to be Dylan Dudney. DJ Dudney having a really good season for the Carroll Tigers, followed by Christian Martinez, the shortstop, followed by Dave Palomo, the center, and lastly is going to be Chris Chavez, the left fielder for the Carroll Tigers. So while we have the warm-up pitches here, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back. This is Real Sports Live. Keep it here.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
And he throws it down. Oh! See you later, touchdown. Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles. How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Top of the first, leading things off is going to be Walter Yannick for the Gregory-Portland Wildcats against the pitcher DJ Dudney, who delivers his first pitch. Coming in for strike number one. And the count 0-1, and here's the next pitch on its way. On the high outside corner for strike number two, and Dudney finding the strike zone in his first two pitches here against the leadoff man, Walter Yannick. And Yannick pops this one up. And it's going to be a fly out to right field for out number one. And one down. And here comes the center fielder, Malachi Lott. And one down, nobody on. And here's the pitch. Comes in for strike number one. And good start here for Dudney. And this one swing and a miss for strike number two. And this one high outside for ball one. And this one going to be fouled off. And the count going to stay 1-2. And this pitch comes in outside for ball number 2. So the count even at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And here's a 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss for strike number 3, and down goes Lott. And 2 down here. And here comes the third baseman, Easton Dowell. And this first pitch comes in high. A little outside for ball 1. So this series is going to shift to Gregory-Portland and then continue on Saturday. Tomorrow night we're going to have Corpus Christi veterans taking on Corpus Christi Ray. Veterans defeating Brownsville veterans and Ray defeating McAllen to get here to this series. Carroll defeating Rio Grande City and then Brownsville Porter to get into the third round. And the count 2-0, this pitch comes in for strike number 1. So 2 balls, 1 strike with 2 down and nobody on here in the top of the first inning. And this pitch comes in outside for ball 3. And this one going to be sent to deep left field for a fly out. And out number 3. So 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base for the Gregory-Portland Wildcats in the top of the first inning. We're through half, going to the bottom of the first. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live. We'll be back right after this.
The rent subsidy grant. So we contacted Rebecca Castillo with the EDC, and she was very helpful. She told us, what we needed to do, the requirements, and helped us go through the application process.
There is a feeling you get when you walk onto a campus.
A sense of love, compassion, and dedication.
An environment that inspires each of our HCISD family members
to do their best and to be their best.
We ground our education on strong character, and together, we will always persist towards the future.
We are a district of choice.
A district of innovation.
And a district of excellence.
We are HCISD.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown. Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles? How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are headed to the bottom of the first inning. Carroll coming up to bat for the first time today, leading off with Gilbert Gonzalez, followed by Jeremiah Bush and Easton Hewitt, the top three batters here in the lineup for Corpus Christi Carroll, as they face Robbie Spencer, pitcher for Gregory-Portland, getting the start on the mound. So here's the first pitch in for Gonzalez, low and inside for ball number one. Count 1-0. And this pitch comes in. Contact made, it looks like here. And looks like contact me with the blue needs to walk it off here a little bit. So while we have a little bit of time, want to just give a shout out to our sponsor, Bay Automotive Service. We do complete automotive repairs located on 5626 Castores Road in Corpus Christi. Give them a call at 361-852-2770. They are AC specialists, all types of electrical work, computer diagnostics, and extended warranties accepted. So Bay Auto Service sponsors for tonight's game. And this is going to be out number one here. So one down here, and Jeremiah Bush is going to come to the plate with one down. And first pitch comes in for strike number one. Count 0-1 here. And the count 1-1, 1 ball, 1 strike. And next pitch comes in for ball 2. The count's 2-1, 2 balls, 1 strike for Jeremiah Bush. 1 out and nobody on here. And here's the pitch coming in from Spencer. This one going to get away from the catcher for ball number 3. So the count 3-1, and here's the pitch coming in, and that one's going to be hit foul, and a couple of outfielders running for it, and they're going to make the play for out number 2. And 2 down, and good effort there. See if we can catch the play. And Easton Hewitt coming to the plate, and just a nice effort here. coming in, making the play there to deep left for the second out. So 2 down here for Easton Hewitt, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the first. And this one going to be hit into the infield, and there's the throw, the bouncer over to first, made in time for out number 3. So the 6-3 play leads to the third out. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. Through 1 complete. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live. We are headed to the top of the second inning, and coming up is going to be Robbie Spencer, Gage Gleinig, and Kobe Orell. 4, 5, 6 due up for Gregory-Portland in the top of the second. We'll be back.
Hi, I'm Rod Rodriguez, and I'm a partner with New York Life Insurance Company. For 170 years, New York Life has built a reputation for building some of the finest agents in the industry. I help to manage that process from day one. If you're looking to challenge yourself and build an insurance and financial service business, then I would like to show you how I can help.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown. Whether you're visiting or vacationing at South Padre Island, be sure to book your place to stay with Island Services. Locally owned for over 40 years. Trusted, reliable for condo and beach house rentals. Call and visit the website today. Island Services. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Real Sports Live. Top of the second, leading things off here for Gregory-Portland is going to be Robbie Spencer, who puts this one in play over to the shortstop, who's going to make the play and the throw for 6-3 putout for out number 1. And 1 down here in the top of the first inning. And coming to the plate is going to be Gage Gleinig. First pitch comes in for ball number 1. And next pitch in for strike 1. Count 1-1, 1 ball, 1 strike. And that pitch in for ball number 2. So last time these two teams met, it was in early April, a 10-0 win for Carroll in 5 innings. One of the only losses they handed Gregory-Portland, anybody did actually this season, as this pitch is going to be hit up, and the shortstop's going to get under it for a fly out and out number 2. So 2 down here in the top of the second inning. And coming to the plate is going to be Kobe Orell. And Orell up the middle, and Dudney's going to glove it, and he's going to make the throw over to first for the easy out here. And 3 up, 3 down once again. For Dudney, good start. No runs, no hits, No errors and nobody left on base, and we are through 1.5. Bottom of the second coming up, and up to bat for the Carroll Tigers is going to be Diego Cardenas, Nick Petrides, and EJ Cantu when we return. For Real Sports Live, keep it here.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the Concession Stand.
And he throws it down. Oh! See you later, touchdown.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Real Sports Live. Leading off the bottom of the second is going to be Diego Cardenas. And this first pitch comes in low and outside for ball number 1. As Cardenas comes to the plate. 4-5-6-2 up in this inning for the Carroll Tigers. Cardenas, Matrides, and EJ Cantu. And here's the next pitch in. Gets away from the catcher as it rolls between his legs for ball number 2. So the count 2-0, and this one hit right up the middle. The second baseman runs it down and makes a throw, and nice play there on the infield for the ground out. 1 down. And here comes Nick Petrides. And just a really good play there on the infield. We're going to take care of that one more time as Diego Cardenas able to put this one in play and give the second baseman a little bit of work here. Just a nice bouncer there, and the second baseman does a good job to run it down and makes the throw. So 1 down here, and here comes Nick Petrides to the plate. And this one's swing and a miss, and Nick Petrides in that last game against Gregory-Portland able to come in and give 5 quality innings. In that win for Carroll, as this pitch comes in a little outside for ball number 1. So the count 1-1, 1 ball, 1 strike here for Matrides. And this pitch in, and it gets away from the catcher for ball number 2. And the count's 2-1, 2 balls, 1 strike. And Matrides is going to put this one in play, and he's going to send it to right field, where the right fielder is going to drop it, and the error is going to allow for Matrides to reach base. So first on an E9, going to put the first runner on here. So 1 down and 1 on. Here comes the DH, EJ Cantu. And this one's going to be smacked foul for strike number 1. Come back and look at the split screen here. Just about losing into the sun here. If you're that right fielder, that sun blaring in a little bit. Looked like a routine up play and just unable to come down with it. It looks like trying to get it on the run there. So just a little bit of a lack of concentration there. Thought he can just one-hand it on the glove and looked like a routine enough play, but unable to come up with it. And as a result, a runner on, and this next pitch comes in for ball number 1. Count now 2-2, 2 balls, 2 strikes. And they count 2-2, 2 balls and 2 strikes. And a runner on first and 1 down here. And it's EJ Cantu at the plate. And here's a 2-2 pitch on the way. This one outside for strike number 3, and down goes Cantu looking. 2 down here. This pitch comes in for ball number 1. And Spencer, the pickoff attempt there at first. Throw not in time. This pitch comes in low and outside. And this one's going to be a fly out to center for out number 3. So after that, it's going to be no runs on no hits. There was 1 error, and there was 1 left on base for the Carroll Tigers in the bottom of the 2nd. We're through 2, headed to the top of the 3rd. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live.
And ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
uniforms, etc., you're going to find the opportunity to purchase the best high-quality scrubs. Soon after I learned about how the EDC was helping out the community, and so I did meet with Ms. Castillo. She made it very easy, very friendly, and she walked me every step of the way. I couldn't have done it without their help.
Come visit our new store in downtown Harlingen. We have furniture, appliances, clothes, collectibles, and more. All funds collected support the Sunny Glen Children's Home. Come see us at Vintage on Jackson at First and Jackson in Harlingen.
A Piece of Cake by Ibarras in Harlingen is a sweet stop for cakes, cookies, and pastries. The best in town for specialty cakes made to order. Sweetbread, cookies, pies, or how about cupcakes? At A Piece of Cake by Ibarras, try a Texas-style cinnamon roll, or how about some tamales? Wedding cakes, graduations, you dream it and they can make it. The best in town is A Piece of Cake by Ibarras in Harlingen.
And he throws it down.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Top of the third inning, leading things off is going to be number 13, Daniel Gonzalez, the designated hitter for the Gregory-Portland Wildcats. And here's the pitch in for strike number 1 from Dudney. And Dudney ready's on the mound, delivers here the 0-1 pitch, this one outside. 4 ball number 1. And count 1-1, 1 ball, 1 strike. And here's a pitch on the way. And this one is going to be hit to center field for a fly out and out number 1. One down here and coming to the plate, it's going to be number 21, Braden Talamantes. So one down and nobody on here for Talamantes coming to the plate. And first pitch in from Dudney, and Talamantes is going to swing and miss here for strike number 1. And swing and a miss for strike 2. And this next pitch comes in high outside for ball number 2. So the count even here, 2 balls, 2 strikes. And a 2-2 pitch on the way. This one fouled off. And the count going to stay at 2-2. So the winner of this series is going to get Rouse. The winner between Rouse and Cedar Park. Another intriguing matchup, another 4th place versus district title winner from District 25. So nice little mirror image there. Let's see who comes out of these series ahead as this pitch fouled off once again. And you look to the other end of the bracket, Corpus Christi Veterans and Ray, and that's Alamo Springs and that's Dripping Springs and Alamo Heights, another 3-2 matchup from 26. So, funny little coincidence there. So, just giving you an idea of how the bracket's going to shape up here for either of these teams making it out of this round. And this pitch is going to be fouled off right behind. And the count going to stay full at 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. this pitch gonna be low and outside for ball 4 and a walk. So one on here for Gregory-Portland. And coming to the plate is going to be Andrew Vise. So one out and one on here for Vise, the ninth batter in the lineup here. First pitch in for ball number 1. And this one is high outside corner for strike 1, even up the count 1-1, 1 ball, 1 strike. One's all across the board, and here it is, and this one the bunt puts down. And the count 1-2, 1 ball, 2 strikes. And throw over to first on the pickoff attempt. Nope, not there. And a 1-2 pitch on the way, and this one hit, and this one's going to be fouled off over the visiting dugout, and count going to stay at 1-2, 1 ball, 2 strikes. And here's a 1-2 pitch on the way, swing and a miss on the reach, and there's a throw over to second and a double play. That was a great play on the infield on the throw from the catcher there to get the third out. And let's check it out once again on the instant replay. As Carroll able to get 2 there, and just a nice inning put up by this defense. And let's check it out here. And here's the pitch, gonna be a little outside, and the swing there, and nice throw from the catcher to get the man running into second to end the inning there. So that's gonna do it from the top of the third. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and there was nobody left on base for Gregory-Portland in the top of the third inning. And we're headed to the bottom of the third, and coming up next for the Carroll Tigers in the bottom of the third, it's going to be De Palomo, Chris Chavez, and back to the top of the lineup with Gilbert Gonzalez. So 8-9-1 due up here for the Carroll Tigers in the bottom of the third when we return. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live.
Hi, my name is Angela Rodriguez, and I am one of the owners here at Main Street Boutique and Bistro. We heard about the rent subsidy grant, so we contacted Rebecca Castillo with the EDC, and she was very helpful. She told us, what we needed to do, the requirements, and helped us go through the application process.
There is a feeling you get when you walk onto a campus.
A sense of love, compassion, and dedication.
An environment that inspires each of our HCISD family members
to do their best and to be their best.
We ground our education on strong character, and together, we will always persist towards the future.
We are a district of choice.
A district of innovation.
And a district of excellence.
We are HCISD.
And he throws it down. Oh! See you later, touchdown.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
And he throws it down. Oh! See you later, touchdown.
And welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom of the third inning. And leading things off here is Dave Palomo, who's behind in the count 0-1. Count 0-2, swing and a miss for strike number 3 and the first out of the inning. So one down here. And here comes Chris Chavez, number 2 for the Carroll Tigers. And this one put in play, and it's a bouncer over the glove of the third baseman, and it's going to be a base hit for the first of the day for either team. So runner on first here with 1 out. And we're headed to the top of the order, and here comes Gilbert Gonzalez. 0 for 1 is Gonzalez on the night here. And Gonzalez follows with a base hit of his own, and this one right past short, and back-to-back singles here to lead things off for Carroll. And 2 on here for the Tigers. And coming to the plate is going to be Jeremiah Bush. And with 2 runners on, there's going to be a quick little meeting. And while we have a second, once again, I want to thank our sponsor. It's going to be Bay Auto Service, where you can go to for complete automotive repairs. And they specialize in all types of electrical work, computer diagnostics, extended warranty. Qtrs, located on Qtrs Road, 5626 Qtrs Road in Corpus Christi. And number 361-852-2770. Again, the sponsor making this game possible, Bay Automotive Service. Whether you do complete automotive repair, make sure to call that number, 361-852-2770, and ask for Jason Jaimez. And I want to thank them for sponsoring this. And while we do have a moment recapping here, and we had a strike on the leadoff batter, Dave Palomo, and then followed by Chris Chavez with a single, and then Gilbert Gonzalez, and now 2 on and 1 out here. And this first pitch outside for ball number 1. This pitch comes in, called strike number 1. This pitch in, low for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. So the count 2-1. And this pitch coming in outside, a little low for ball number 3. So a little momentum for Carroll here as Bush ahead of the count 3-1 as he's trying to get on base himself after back-to-back singles preceding him here. And here's the 3-1 pitch on the way from Spencer. And this pitch high and outside, and that's going to load the bases. And coming to the plate, it's going to be Easton Hewitt with bases loaded and 1 down. So, golden opportunity here for Easton Hewitt as he comes to the plate with bases loaded and 1 out. Here's a pitch from Spencer down the middle for strike number 1. And this pitch in for ball number 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. And 1 out, and runners on first, second, and third. Loaded bases here for number 19, Easton Hewitt. And pitch down the middle, called strike 2. So the count 1-2, 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the 1-2 pitch on the way, and this one going to be fouled off. Count going to remain 1-2. And that's going to be strike number 3 and second out. And 2 down here. And 2 down, bases loaded, and here comes Diego Cardenas to the plate. And pitch comes in for ball number 1. And pitch down the middle for strike number 1. And count 1-1 here for Diego Cardenas. And this one hit up first base for strike number 2. And 1 ball, 2 strikes here For Cardenas trying to make something happen with his bases loaded opportunity. Spencer trying to pitch his way out of it here in the bottom of the third. And here it comes. Next pitch in for ball number 2. And the count even at 2. 2's across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs and bases loaded for Diego Cardenas. And swing and a miss for strike number 3 as this one comes up right in the middle. And down goes Cardenas and 3 left on base. So no runs on 2 hits. There was no errors and there was 3 left on base for the Carroll Tigers in the bottom of the third. It's going to be one of those innings where they look back at it and wonder what could have been. But nonetheless, we are through 3 and we're headed to the top of the 4th. Keep it here, ladies and gentlemen. We're Real Sports Live. We'll be back right after this.
The assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles. How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
Hi, I'm Roldo Rodriguez and I'm a partner with New York Life Insurance Company. For 170 years, New York Life has built a reputation for building some of the finest agents in the industry. I help to manage that process from day one. If you're looking to challenge yourself and build an insurance and financial service business, then I would like to show you how I can help.
And he throws it down. Oh! See you later, touchdown.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Real Sports Live. Leading off the top of the 4th, it's going to be Walter Yannick. And before we get going with this at bat, I just want to thank our sponsors once again from Bay Auto Service. They specialize in AC specialization, all types of electrical work, computer diagnostics, extended warranties are accepted. Make sure to contact Jason Jaimez. They're located on 5626 Custorus Road with their phone number 361-852-2770. Again, that's Bay Auto Service for all your complete automotive repair needs. Sponsored for this broadcast here tonight, so I want to thank them once again. And the count 1-1 here for Yannick. This next pitch comes in, called ball 2. Count 2-1, 2 balls, 1 strike. And this pitch in high and inside for ball number 3. And this is going to be ball 4 and the walk here for Yannick. So it's going to put a runner on here. And due up next is going to be Malachi Lott. Nobody out and a runner on. And this pitch in for ball number 1. So the count 1-0 here for Malachi Lott. And this pitch comes in for ball number 2. And this pitch comes in for ball number 3, and that's going to prompt a visit from the catcher for DJ Dudney here as he hopes to settle down here as he's walked a runner and he's staring down a 3-ball, no strike count. And this pitch in, and it's going to be ball number 4 and back-to-back walks to begin the inning here for DJ Dudney. So runners now at first and second. And coming to the plate, it's going to be Easton Dowell. So 2 on and nobody out here in the top of the 4th inning for Gregory-Portland. And we're going to have another quick visit from the catcher. Well, everything looked pretty good for the Tigers there in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Bases loaded, 1 out. Look at the way things have gone since then. Robbie Spencer able to strike out the last 2 batters to get out of that inning with 3 stranded. And here DJ Dudney opens up with back-to-back walks in the top of the 4th. As Dowell is going to get a piece of this one and foul it off for strike number 1. Here's a throw over to second, trying to keep the runner honest there as Yannick slides back in on the bag. And this pitch comes in for strike number 2. 0-2 the count here for Dowell. And Dudney steps off the mound. And here's the 0-2 pitch. And Dowell pops this one up, and the catcher able to get under it for out number 1. Nice play made there. On the pop-up. So 1 down here. And coming to the plate next is going to be number 16, Robbie Spencer, the pitcher. So 1 down and 2 on here for Spencer. Here's the next pitch in from Dudney, and this one is going to be a fly out to right for out number 2. And runner's going to move over to First and third. Take a look at that replay. That one just hit out there. Nice play, but ball gets away and the runner able to take advantage and move over to third there. So runners at the corners now with 2 down. And coming to the plate, number 1, Gage Gleinig. So runner now in scoring position, and Dudney trying to do what Spencer did and pitch his way out of a dicey situation. There's the throw over to first. Pickoff attempt. Throw was good. Throw was quick there, but Diego Cárdenas found the bag whenever the ball got to him. Well, that was a close one there. And the count 1-0, and this one comes in outside and gets away from the catcher, and that's going to be ball number 2, and a runner's going to advance from first to second, and now the runner is going to be at second and third. And this pitch comes in, swing and a miss for strike number 1. 2 balls, 1 strike here for Gleinig. This pitch in, called ball 3. Three and 1. Here's the pitch on the way. Swing, miss for strike number 2. And the count's full now. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Runners at second and third. 2 outs for Gleinig. And swing and a miss on the outside for strike number 3 and the third out. So runners left stranded, no runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. We're through 3.5. We're headed to the bottom of the 4th, and due up next for the Carroll Tigers is going to be Nick Petrides, EJ Ganthu, and Chris Martinez. And before we head to a commercial break, just want to remind everybody that this broadcast is being sponsored by Bay Auto Service, where you can go for complete automotive repairs. Get a hold of Jason Jaimez at 361-852-2770. They're AC specialists. They do all types of electrical work and computer diagnostics, and extended warranties are accepted. And 5626 Castores Road is where you can find them. So we are headed to commercial break. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live. We'll be back right after this.
Vacationing at South Padre Island, be sure to book your place to stay with Island Services. Locally owned for over 40 years. Trusted, reliable for condo and beach house rentals. Call and visit the website today. Island Services. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom of the fourth coming up here, and leading things off for the Carroll Tigers is going to be Nick Matredes. And Matredes reached first on an error. Last time he was up, what looked like a fly out to right field, turning into an error on the right fielder. Couldn't come down with the routine play. So Matredes was able to get on. This one's a pop-up here, and it's going to go into the glove of the first baseman for out number 1. And 1 down. And coming to the plate next is going to be number 3, Jake Cantu.
Brings up designated hitter, number 3, E.J. Cantu.
This pitch swing, miss for strike number 1. 1 down, nobody on here for Cantu. Cantu 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout in his first visit to the plate in the bottom of the second. And he puts this one into play. The first baseman out to get it and gets his foot on the bag for the ground out to first for out number 2. Two down, and to the plate here comes Chris Martinez, the shortstop. Coming up to the plate, 0 for 1 with a fly out. And here's the pitch from Spencer. This one comes in, and a swing and a miss for strike number 1. This one comes in for strike number 2. And that's going to be strike 3 to end the inning. So 3 up, 3 down, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base, and we're through 4 complete, headed to the top of the 5th, and leading off in the top of the 5th for Gregory-Portland is going to be it's going to be Kobe Orell, Daniel Gonzalez, and Braden Talamantes. 6, 7, 8 due up for Gregory-Portland in the top of the 5th. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live. Back after this.
One army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the Concession Stand.
And he throws it down. Oh! See you later, touchdown.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
Uniforms, etc., you're going to find the opportunity to purchase the best high-quality scrubs. Soon after I learned about how the EDC was helping out the community, and so I did meet with Ms. Castillo. She made it very easy, very friendly, and she walked me every step of the way. I couldn't have done it without their help.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Top of the fifth, Kobe Orell coming to the plate, and he grounds out 5-3 to start things off for the first out of the inning. Coming to the plate next, going to be Daniel Gonzalez. One down, and Gonzalez 0 for 1 with a fly out, and this first pitch comes in inside for ball number 1. And count 1-1 here. 1 ball, 1 strike. And this one, swing and a miss by Gonzalez. And the count 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2 pitch. This one comes in a little hopper low into the turf. For ball 2, evens the count up at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. This pitch comes in low outside. And the count 3-2. And the full count here. 3-2 pitch on the way. This one high outside for ball number 4 and a walk. Just going to put a runner on here. And coming to the plate up next can be Braden Talamantes. And first pitch comes in for ball number 1. Talamantes swings at this one, sends it foul. To even the count at 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out and a runner on first. And Talamantes smacks this one up, and the right fielder runs to get under it for out number 2. 2 down. And coming up next is going to be number 3, Andrew Vise. 2 down, 1 on here, and the top of the 5th inning. Here's a throw over to first. Pick off attempt there. Throw not in time. And this pitch a little outside for ball number 1. And this pitch sent over to the shortstop, and the force out at second for out number 3. So no runs, no hits, there was no errors, and there was 1 left on base for Gregory-Portland in the top of the 5th inning, and before we head to the commercial break, once again, we want to thank our sponsor, Bay Auto Service of Corpus Christi. They specialize in air conditioning, all types of electrical work, computer diagnostics, and extended warranties are accepted there. 5626 Qtrs Road is where Bay Auto Service is located. You'll be able to find them out there, and you can be able to get a hold of them at 361-852-2770. Again, Bay Automotive Service, a sponsor for this broadcast here tonight. Make sure to give them a call. Again, that number is 361-852-2770, and we are through 4.5 innings here in this Class 5A regional quarterfinal matchup between the hosting Carroll Tigers and the Gregory-Portland Wildcats. And keep it here, ladies and gentlemen. We will return after these messages.
Our new store in downtown Harlingen. We have furniture, appliances, clothes, collectibles, and more. All funds collected support the Sunny Glen Children's Home. Come see us at Vintage on Jackson at First and Jackson in Harlingen.
A Piece of Cake by Ibadas in Harlingen is a sweet stop for cakes, cookies, and pastries. The best in town for specialty cakes made to order. Sweetbread, cookies, pies, or how about cupcakes? At A Piece of Cake by Ibadas, try a Texas-style cinnamon roll, or how about some tamales? Wedding cakes, graduations, you dream it and they can make it. The best in town is A Piece of Cake by Ibadas in Harlingen.
And he throws it down. Oh! See you later, touchdown.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Leading off here in the bottom of the 5th inning is going to be Dave Palomo. So Palomo, Chavez, and the top of the lineup, Gilbert Gonzalez. So 8-9-1 due up here for the Carroll Tigers on the bottom of the 5th. And just 2 hits between the 2 teams on the night, and one of those hits belonging here to one of the batters is going to be up here, and Palomo's going to get on here on the error at third. So another error leads to another base runner on. As that throw sails. So now we're coming up to Chris Chavez, one of the hitters with the hit with the single on the back in the bottom of the 3rd, where the Carroll Tigers had bases loaded and unable to bring anything in here. But we're gonna have a meeting here on the mound for the Gregory-Portland Wildcats as they're gonna check on Spencer here, and with a couple of solid hitters coming to the plate in Chavez, and then back to the top of the lineup, Gilbert Gonzalez. So while the Wildcats do that, again, we want to thank our sponsors, Bay Auto Service of Corpus Christi. They are located at 5626 Qtrs Road, and their number is 361-852-2770. So make sure to give Bay Auto Service a call for all your automotive repair needs. So we got a runner on and nobody out here after the error. So a couple of errors here tonight on the infield. Well, one on the infield and one on the outfield for Gregory-Portland. And this first pitch comes in, that outside edge for strike number 1. It's the second error credited to Gregory-Portland. And this pitch comes in for ball number 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. And this one going to be fouled off for strike number 2. And the count moves to 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. for Chris Chavez. Here's the 1-2 pitch on the way. This one outside for ball 2. And this ball going to be fouled off. Count going to stay even at 2-2. So here's a 2-2 pitch on the way. This one low and a little outside into turf for ball number 3. So the count full now at 3-2, and 3-2 pitch on the way from Spencer. And here it comes, and this one outside, and it's going to be a walk for Chris Chavez. So 2 on and no out here for the Carroll Tigers. And here comes the top of the lineup, Gilbert Gonzalez. Gonzalez 1 for 2 on the day with a fly out and a single in the bottom of the 3rd. And he swings away there, misses for strike number 1. Swing and a miss there for strike number 2. A little bit of a reach there by Gonzalez. And the count 0-2. Here's the 0-2 pitch on the way, down the middle for strike number 3. And 1 down here, and coming to the plate is going to be Jeremiah Bush. Bush 0 for 1 with a walk in 2 appearances. As he comes to the plate with 2 runners on and 1 out. And Bush fouls this one off. And the count moves to 0-1. So the count 0-1 here. And here's the pitch. This one outside, called strike 2. And the count 0-2 for Jeremiah Bush. Trying to make something happen here for the Carroll Tigers. They've left 4 runners stranded here overall tonight. And swing and a miss there for strike number 3. So 2 down, and come to the plate now is going to be Easton Hewitt. So 2 on, 2 out here. This first pitch comes in, fouled off by Hewitt. So the count 0-1. And this one bounced up and over to the first baseman, who's going to make the play for out number 3 on the ground out to first. So another missed opportunity for Carroll with runners on, and no runs on 1 hit. There was 1 error, and there was 2 men left on base for the Carroll Tigers in the bottom of the 5th inning, and that's going to be 6 total runners left on base and 5 in the last 3 innings for the Tigers. And we're through 5 complete. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live. We'll be back right after this.
Rodriguez, and I am one of the owners here at Main Street Boutique and Bistro. We heard about the rent subsidy grant, so we contacted Rebecca Castillo with the EDC, and she was very helpful. She told us, what we needed to do, the requirements, and helped us go through the application process.
There is a feeling you get when you walk onto a campus.
A sense of love, compassion, and dedication.
An environment that inspires each of our HCISD family members
to do their best and to be their best.
We ground our education on strong character, and together, we will always persist towards the future.
We are a district of choice.
A district of innovation.
And a district of excellence.
We are HCISD.
And he throws it down. Oh! See you later, touchdown.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Top of the 6th inning here for Gregory-Portland. Leading off is going to be Walter Yannick. And I want to once again thank our sponsor, Bay Automotive Service, where you can go for all your complete automotive repair, located on 5626 Qtrs Road. You can get a hold of them on the phone at 361-852-2770 against Bay Auto Service, our sponsor for tonight's game. As this first pitch comes in, this pitch comes in for strike number 1. And Yannick is going to send this one to right field for the flyout. And out number 1. And 1 down here on the top of the 6th. And coming up next is Malachi Lott. Lott is 0 for 1 with a walk and 2 appearances. And this pitch comes in. Lott gets a piece of it, fouls it off behind him for strike number 1. And this one popped up deep, and it's going to go foul over to left field. And the count going to be 0-2. And here's the 0-2 pitch. This one coming in low for ball 1. And the count 1-2, and Dudney readying on the mound. And here comes the 1-2 pitch on the way, and this one outside for ball 2. And the count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. For Malachi Lott, who steps out of the batter's box. And here's the 2-2 pitch on the way, and Lott reaches for that one and makes contact, sends it foul. So the count 2-2, 2-2 pitch on the way here, and Lott fouls this one off once again, and the count going to stay even at 2. And here's a 2-2 pitch on the way from Dudney, and this one smacked over to the shortstop, who's going to make a play there on the infield for out number 2. And 2 down. And here comes third baseman Easton Dow with 2 down and nobody on. Count 1-1 here, 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the 1-1 pitch. This one, little outside, called ball 2. So the count now 2-1 for Easton Dowell, who's 0 for 2 on the night. Here's Dowell smacks this one deep, and it's going to fall foul to deep left for strike number 2. And now 2's across the board, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. So the count even at 2, 2 balls, 2 strikes. And this one fouled off right behind him. And the count stays even here for Dowell. And this one put in play over to the shortstop, who makes the play. There's the bouncing throw to first, not there. And that's going to be an error there on the infield. So runner's going to get on an error. Here goes the pitcher, Robbie Spencer. And here's a meeting on the mound here. So runner on and 2 outs, and here comes Spencer. Spencer 0 for 2 on the night. Last time he was at the plate, had a fly out in the top of the 4th inning. So runner on second now. Just the 3rd runner on. The first 2 runners reached on walks for Gregory-Portland, and this one on an error. This first pitch comes in for strike number 1. And swing and a miss there. Strike 1. Evens up the count at 1 and all. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch, 1-1. This one a little outside, called ball 2. Two balls and 1 strike for the pitcher, Spencer. This game moving at a pretty healthy clip here. 7 o'clock start, just kind of breezing through. Really good pitching tonight on the mound on both ends as this pitch comes in for ball number 3. So the count 3-1. Here's the pitch. And Spencer hits one. Up, up, up. And there's the fly out to deep left. And that one had some distance, but the fly out's going to leave a runner stranded. And take a look at that instant replay. So we have no runs, no hits. There was 1 error, and there was 1 left on base. And let's check out this hit by Spencer. Just got a big piece of it there, and that one just sent out to deep left. A nice play there by the left fielder to end the inning. So
America has one army, but soldiers, from the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
And he throws it down. Oh! See you later, touchdown.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles. How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom of the 6th inning here. Carroll coming to the plate and leading things off is going to be Diego Cardenas. And before we get going here, I want to remind everybody our sponsor of the night, Bay Auto Service, for all your complete automotive repair needs, located at 5626 Qtrs Road. And first pitch comes in for strike number 1. 5626 Qtrs Road. And the number you can get a hold of them is 361-852-2770. They specialize in AC, all types of electrical work, and computer diagnostics. So Bay Auto Service of Corpus Christi. Make sure to give them a call. So the count 1-1, 1 ball, 1 strike for leadoff man here, Diego Cardenas. And this pitch inside for strike number 2. And the count 1-2, 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the 1-2 pitch on the way here from Spencer, and Cardenas makes contact, and he's gonna send it to center field for the fly out, and now number 1. And here comes number 8, Nick Matrides, with 1 down and nobody out. And Matrides is 0 for 1 and has reached on an error in 2 appearances. And count 1-0 for him here. Next pitch on the way. This one low in the turf for ball number 2. And the count 2-0, 2 balls, no strikes. And here's the pitch called strike number 1. And this pitch, strike number 2. So back-to-back strikes delivered here for Spencer. For Nick Matrides, who's now staring at a 2-2 count. Two pitch on the way. Matrides is going to foul it off behind him and to his right. Count even at 2. 2-2 pitch on the way now. And this one outside for ball 3. Full count, 3-2 pitch on the way. And this one put in play over the pitcher. And here's the throw made for out number 2. And 2 down here, and coming to the plate, it's going to be number 3, EJ Cantu. And Cantu 0 for 2 on the night. So here's Spencer's pitch. Comes in, strike number 1. Count 0-1. Next pitch on the way. And this one going to be fouled off by Cantu. And the count 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes here for E.J. Cantu. Here's the 0-2 pitch outside for ball number 1. One-two pitch on the way, and Cantu is going to pop this one up and foul. And the count going to stay 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Carroll with just 3 hits on the night. And the 1-2 pitch comes in high and outside for ball number 2. And the count even now. So Carroll getting 2 hits on the bottom of the 3rd and getting another in the 5th. But they've left 6 runners stranded on base in total throughout the night. And we eye that bottom of the 3rd inning where they left the bases loaded. They had the bases loaded with 1 out, only to see the next 2 batters go down in strikeout form. In strikeout manner, and this pitch comes in outside, 3-2. And Spencer on the mound has allowed 3 hits, and he's put up 7 strikeouts and 5 scoreless innings, and he's a strike away from 6, and that's going to be a walk here. So Carroll going to get another runner on.
2 down, 1 on. Shortstop, number 10, Kristen.
And that's the 3rd walk of the night for Spencer. And coming to the plate now is going to be number 10, the shortstop, Chris Martinez, who is 0 for 2 on the night with a flyout and a strikeout. And this pitch way inside for ball number 1. I want to thank everybody who's joining us and watching, whether you be on Facebook, on Twitter, or YouTube, or on the Roku network. Just want to appreciate you guys for watching. Make sure to share this link, pass it around, and let everybody know that you guys are watching. And if anybody's looking for it, direct them our way. That's Real Sports Live. Go follow us on all our social media accounts. That's RIO Sports Live. And this next pitch comes in a little high for ball 2. And this one is going to be a fly out to right field for out number 3. So another runner stranded. That's number 7 for Carroll. And in the bottom of the 6th inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base for the Carroll Tigers. We're headed to the 7th inning, ladies and gentlemen, and we are still scoreless. But before we do that, let's have one more shout out for our sponsor, Bay Auto Service. For all your complete automotive repair needs, they specialize in AC, all types of electrical work, and computer diagnostics. They're located at 5626 Castores Road in Corpus Christi. And you can get a hold of them on the phone at 361-852-2770. Once again, our sponsor for tonight, Bay Automotive Services. And make sure to give them a call at that number once again, 361-852-2770. And we are through 6 complete innings, headed to the 7th. Keep it here, ladies and gentlemen. We're Real Sports Live, back after this.
Vegas and a partner with New York Life Insurance Company. For 170 years, New York Life has built a reputation for building some of the finest agents in the industry. I help to manage that process from day one. If you're looking to challenge yourself and build an insurance and financial service business, then I would like to show you how I can help.
And he throws it down. Oh! See you later, touchdown.
Whether you're visiting or vacationing at South Padre Island, be sure to book your place to stay with Island Services. Locally owned for over 40 years. Trusted, reliable for condo and beach house rentals. Call and visit the website today. Island Services. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Leading off the top of the 7th inning, Gage Gleinig for Gregory-Portland. And Gleinig 0 for 2 on the night. So, top of the 7th inning here, and just looking at how everything's gone. 6 scoreless innings for each side here. And we're in a dead heat, scoreless, and the top of the 7th. And something's got to give eventually. And here is a pop-up. And the play made for out number 1. And 1 down. And Gleining now 0 for 3. And coming to the plate now is going to be Kobe Orell, who is 0 for 2 on the night as well. Ground out 5-3 last time he was at the plate. So 1 down and nobody out. 1 down and nobody on, excuse me. And here's this pitch, comes in a little high on the outside for ball number 1. The pitch high outside for ball 2. Count 2-0, and this one high inside for ball 3. So Dudney readies himself. Next pitch on the way. This one called strike 1. And this one gonna be a base hit. The first of the night for Gregory-Portland into that right field gap for So 1 down and a runner on, and that base hit the first of the night for Gregory-Portland, and there goes a would-be no-hitter for DJ Dudney. And his first pitch in for number 13, Daniel Gonzalez, in for strike number 1. And this one put down, and the first baseman able to slide over and glove the ball, make the play for out number 2. And that's 2 down, and the runner moves over to second. And here comes Braden Talamantes. Talamantes 0 for 1 with a walk in his 2 appearances. And this pitch down the middle high for ball number 1. And Talamantes makes contact, sends this one foul. And the count even at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the count even. Next pitch on the way. This one low outside for ball 2. So just 4 hits between the teams. 3 for the Carroll Tigers and just 1 for the Wildcats. And this pitch high and outside, and this one just popped up, and a runner now in scoring position. Looks like the throw might have gotten away. Let's take a look at that one. So Narutha moves over to third. The count 2-1. 2 balls and 1 strike. Dead readies, and the count 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike. And this one's going to be a check swing called strike 2. And the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the count full, runners in scoring position. And here's the pitch, high and outside for ball 4. And now there's runners at the corners for Gregory-Portland. As we get a walk here. And coming to the plate is going to be the number 9 hitter, Andrew Weiss, number 3.
Runners on the corners with 2 down. Now batting for GP number 10, A.J. Carter.
So we're going to get a new batter here, and it's going to be number 10. It's going to be A.J. Carter. And here comes the pitch outside for strike number 1. So the count 0-1 now for A.J. Carter. Runners at the corners. 2 down here in the top of the 7th. Here's the pitch outside for ball number 1. Count 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. And here's the next pitch on the way, and this one high on the outside for ball number 2. So count 2-1. Here's the pitch. And Carter is going to bring in a run, and that's going to be an RBI single. And what a big, big, big turn of events here. And that's going to be RBI single to score a runner, and that's going to be crossing the plate, Kobe Orell. And here it is, and just makes nice contact there and hits it into that right field gap to bring in the only run of the game so far. And it's 1-0 Gregory-Portland with runners at 2nd and 3rd. I mean 1st and 2nd, rather. And now coming to the plate is going to be Walter Yannick, top of the lineup. And A.J. Carter coming in, subbing in there, and bringing in the only run of the game. And Gregory-Portland leads 1-0, top of the 7th inning. And here's Yannick. Two on and two out. And this pitch comes in for strike number 1. Next pitch outside for ball 1. Even the count up at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. And this pitch outside for ball 2. So up until this inning, DJ Dudney, 6 scoreless innings, no hits, and he's allowed 2 here and a run. The lone run here, and it's in a game where the Tigers haven't been able to put any runners in. So the way the game's gone, even this 1-0 lead headed to the bottom of the 7th, if it stays this way, it's still an uphill climb as the Carroll Tigers, as we mentioned, have left 7 on base throughout the night. And the count 3-1 here for Yannick. And Yannick gets a piece of it, fouls it off, and count goes full. 3-2, 3 balls, 2 strikes. And there's the pitch and the strike for strike number 3. So 1 run comes in on 2 hits. There was no errors, and there was 2 left on base for the Gregory-Portland Wildcats in the top of the 7th inning. We're headed to the bottom of the 7th. Last chance for the Tigers here to see if they can get a run across and tie this game up. Well, this is Real Sports Live. We'll be back.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom of the 7th inning coming up. But before we get started, let's give a shout out to our sponsor for tonight's game. That's going to be Bay Auto Service, where you can go for your complete automotive repairs. They specialize in air conditioning, all types of electrical work, and computer diagnostics. You can find Bay Auto Service on 5626 Castores Road in Corpus Christi, Texas, 78415. You can also check out their website, bayautoservice.com. You can also get a hold of them on the phone at 361-852-2770. That's 361-852-2770. Again, that's Bay Auto Service of Corpus Christi, sponsoring tonight's game. And it's been a good one here, ladies and gentlemen, heading to the bottom of the 7th inning. Both pitchers doing a really good job. DJ Dudney was on his way to what could have been a no-hitter, 6 scoreless, but gives up 2 hits and a run in the top of the 7th, and now the Carroll Tigers in the bottom of the 7th, trailing by a run, and Robbie Spencer, no slouch himself over there, allowing 3 hits on the night, but 6 scoreless innings, and he's 3 away from could go a complete game shutout if he can pick up the 3 outs he needs here, but we'll monitor that. That's why we play the game, ladies and gentlemen, and leading things off here, it's going to be Dave Palomo for the Carroll Tigers, and Palomo is 1 for 2 with the single in the bottom of the 5th inning.
For the Carroll Tigers in the 7th inning, catcher number 12, Dave Palomo.
And here's this pitch outside. Called ball 1. And Palomo is going to smack this one into center field for the fly out and out number 1. One down and coming to the plate, number 2, Chris Chavez. And Chavez 1 for 1 with the walk in 2 appearances for him. And this pitch into the turf. For ball number 1. And this one going to be fouled off, and the count goes to 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, and nobody on. Bottom of the 7th inning for the Carroll Tigers. And this pitch in called strike. Well, the count 1-2, 1 ball, 2 strikes. And 1-2 pitch on the way. Here it is. Swing, miss, and strike number 3. That's 2 down. And that's 7 strikeouts. Excuse me, that's 8 strikeouts for Robbie Spencer on the night. And here comes number 20, Gilbert Gonzalez. We're back to the top of the lineup for Carroll. And here's the pitch in for ball number 1. And Gonzalez 1 for 3. And this pitch called strike number 1. Gonzalez 1 for 3 with a hit tonight. And he's going to need another. He needs to get on base. He wants to keep this going. This pitch fouled off. And Gregory-Portland and Robbie Spencer are strike away here from ending this one and taking a 1-0 lead in this best-of-3 series. But they got to get this last out. And here's the 1-2 pitch on the way from Spencer. Here it is, swing and a miss for strike number 3. Strikeout number 9 for Robbie Spencer, who's going to get a complete game shutout. And the victory here in a 1-0 win for Gregory-Portland in Game 1 of their best-of-3 regional quarterfinal Class 5A series. Series is going to resume tomorrow in Ingleside for game number 2. So make sure to keep it here with us. And once again, Robbie Spencer, complete game shutout here. Allows 3 hits, no runs. And there was an error behind him. But the Wildcats get the 1-0 win after an RBI single by A.J. Carter brings in the winning run at the top of the 7th inning. And Gregory-Portland takes the series lead here. And that's going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. Robbie Spencer's our player of the game for his efforts tonight on the mound. And the Carroll Tigers leave 7 runners stranded on the night, including bases loaded in the bottom of the 3rd. So thank you guys for watching. And this has been Real Sports Live. Go follow us on all our social media accounts wherever you do social media. That's RIO Sports Live.